guys, I'm Tim.
And I'm Heather.
With Red Wing RC, and we're here today to show you something really cool, and that is RCCSKJ has really kind of stepped their game up with these new power boxes. They've got a lot of cool features that we're going to try and condense in this video, give you an overview. In a little bit I'm going to record just kind of a technical setup of these, but we just want to give you an idea of what you can buy here. So.
Right, and one of the new features is they have this plastic housing, which gets them completely enclosed, and it looks a little nicer, cleaner.
Yeah, just a nice slick look to them. They also have, instead of before where you had to plug in each wire into the box and then also into your receiver, these have the wires to the receiver already hooked up, so you just plug in channel 1 through 8 or whatever into your receiver.
Right. They have the LCD readout, which gives you all the information you need on an LCD screen, which is really nice.
So yeah, this feature is huge. All three of these come with an LCD readout that tells you exactly what's going on. It shows you the input voltage from your battery, it shows you the output voltage to your servos and your receiver, which is going to be different,
right.
And it also shows you the input voltage that you're putting into your ignition on the ignition port here. So really cool feature, it gives you all the information that you need.
It also has touch programming, or I'm sorry, touch button programming.
Right. Yeah, it's just like a touch sensitive button on there.
Right.
And that allows you to like set the.
It sets the alarm. It has an audible and visual alarm. So.
Right. So that allows you to basically set the voltage at which this alarm will sound. When I plug this in here, you're going to hear an audible alarm go off. Actually, if I unplug this. And that's because I just unhooked the ignition power. Alright, so if I plug in this little LED alarm here, it'll also flash very brightly.
Very brightly.
Indicating that you have a problem. So, yeah, so all three of these have the ability to plug in. They come with this LED alarm, and they all have that audible warning.
Right.
And you can set that voltage to whatever you want.
So all three of these units have an opto-kill, and they also have these XT60 battery ports as well as a JR style that plugs directly into the box.
Right, so there's two inputs for either a JR style connector and two inputs for the XT60. So the purpose of all three of these is to be able to share two batteries to prevent failure. So all three of these, that's their main core purpose. So those are a lot of the new features that they have. Real quickly, we'll kind of talk about the differences between the three of these and give you an idea of what each price point gets you.
First, we have the red box, which is the base model. It has all the features that we've already talked about: the opto-kill, the LCD screen, the touch button programming for the audible and visible alarm, and the
alarm itself.
Right, exactly. This one has direct voltage, so whatever battery you plug in is the battery battery voltage, I should say, that your servos are going to receive.
Right. So basically, if you plug in 2-cell life, which is 6.6 volts, then you're going to get 6.6 volts to your servos. However, I should mention all three of these, no matter what you plug in, are going to deliver 5 volts, a clean 5 volts to your receiver. So that's already default on all three of these. But this one, yeah. So if you plug in a 2-cell life, you're getting 6.6 into the box. You're also getting it out to your servos, and you can have the option of jumping the voltage down from an open servo bay down to your ignition, so you don't have a separate ignition battery, and in that case your voltage then would be 6.6 also. So this one, if you use a higher voltage battery, you're going to run into trouble if you're not using high voltage servos, and you're going to have to use some sort of regulator if you try and jump off the ignition. So this one is kind of direct voltage, what you see is what you get as far as the servos output is concerned.
The next step up would be the yellow power box. It has all the same features that we discussed with the red one, as well as an adjustable voltage for the servo base.
Right. It comes with a little screwdriver, a jeweler screwdriver that's included in the kit, and it has an adjustable dial here. It doesn't ever tighten all the way down in either direction, loosen or tighten. It's just a spinning dial. And what that allows you to do is adjust the voltage coming in, and if you turn it clockwise, then the voltage increases.
Right, and if you turn it counterclockwise, it decreases. So.
Right, and the input voltage that you start with this one is 7 to 13 volts. So this unit, you're going to be starting with either a 2-cell LiPo that's 7.44 volts, or a 3-cell Life, which is 9.9 volts.
That's a big range.
Yeah, so you're, or even higher, you can go with a 3-cell LiPo, which is 11.1. So you're going to start with a higher voltage input to this one, and probably going to end up going to high voltage servos. Although you can dial the servos down all the way down to 4 volts. I'm sorry. Yeah, 4.8 volts is the lowest that you can set your servos to, and then 9.7 is the highest that you can set them to. And again, your receiver gets 5 volts regardless.
And then the next step up from there is the black power box, and that has all the same features that we discussed with the yellow and the red, as well as it has balanced battery draw. Plug your batteries in and it will balance them as it draws.
Right, so each of these will draw pretty evenly from your batteries as you use the batteries down. The black one, however, is checking the voltage as it draws and balancing it within like 1/100th of a volt. So when you get done flying, your battery's going to be exactly the same, just giving you a little bit more precision. All three of these are priced really well. These two are going to be priced similar to what the previous red and yellow models offered. And then the black one is actually going to be a little bit cheaper.
Right.
So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck now.
I wanted to talk about the weight on these. The red and the yellow are right about 3 ounces each.
Right.
And then the black one is about 4.5.
Yeah, right about 4.5. I think is what came in at.
Yeah. So the black one's really probably better suited for a 50 or 100 cc plane, whereas the yellow and the red are better for 30 to 50.
Yeah, and you know all of these have been popular. I think the red and the yellow we probably sold the most of.
I would think so.
The red one it's a great unit. You're pretty much going to choose a 2-cell Life, and then you'll be able to use 6-volt battery or 6-volt servos,
Right.
and you'll be able to jump this down to your ignition and have 6 volts go into your ignition. So this one is pretty much set up unregulated. You know, it's a direct voltage. So this is good bang for the buck. This one you get a little bit more control of. You can change your mind as you
Right.
move forward in the future. You might go with high voltage servos, and so this gives you a little bit more flexibility. And then the black unit is just kind of the creme de la creme. So
That's the best.
yeah. So I'm going to kind of sit down in a little bit here and go over how to set these up exactly. But I think that gives a pretty good overview of where each of these stand and kind of what you're buying with each of these units.
Right, I would agree. No matter which of these units you put in your plane, you are not going to be disappointed with the features they offer.
That's for sure. These are really great bang for the buck. So I would say, hurry up, run to redwingrc.com and get one of these today.